I do like their flag, want to point that out, and we'll never give up on the dire side. By the way, penguins cannot fly, just want to also point that out. No, we're good. What do you think of the Pango bait opening?
If you drop a penguin out of a plane, he can fly for a couple of seconds.
I mean, you can too.
But only once.
Only once. You can do this only once. Right, no, what do we think about the Bane Pango opening here from Flying Penguins? It doesn't say anything.
Bane just a strong laner right now, always has been. And with the Pango, you're basically denying them the opportunity to use that grip on you as you are rolling. Yeah, that did get nerfed a bit. Before, if you grip Pango while he's in Rolling Thunder, you cancel his ultimate. So it doesn't work the same way now. He's still going to continue rolling, but you can control him. So snatching that Bane away from Royal Never Give Up is alright. But they already have a Coddle, so yeah. I mean, it's not like they would have picked it.
Whenever I see Coddle, Juggernaut is the first hero that comes to my mind to play against. It's so good, so you can just hit the Will-O-Wisp. Lifestealer is banned out, so maybe Royal Never Give Up thinking of either taking Jug for themselves or just banning it out, even though I don't think Jug is a first pick material.
Ooh, Nyx Assassin.
Nyx Assassin, yeah.
We've seen that hero being a little bit of a rise.
He's been buffed, honestly, and that's the main reason. Also, this hero works really well in the last few patches versus midders such as OD, such as Puck. Bat Rider is back into the meta, and as soon as Bat is back, Nyx is back as well. It's always easy to
back
stop
to
him.
back, and I'm just waiting for Lion to be back because of all the backs. And Clock, that's a good ban. This hero is not the greatest hero right now, but it's so good against Keeper of the Light, Nyx Assassin. If you just initiate on them, they have no way to escape.
And it's another buffed up hero. Like Battery Assault has no cast point right now.
That's a huge buff.
That's huge, actually. And Nyx Assassin's 90 gold talent on level 10, like, it's just... Yeah, you see the Jug ban.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I thought Coddle was not as good anymore.
Well, he did get nerfed, obviously. A few things. First and foremost, Will-O-Wisp doesn't work the same way. Like, the intervals are a bit different, and also you can't use Refresher, right? So
well, you can use it, but it's gonna have the same tick. So you can basically have a larger area, but it's not give first rush items anymore.
It's not like a constant stun that you can't get rid of. Like that was ridiculous before.
But if you use two at the same time at the same place, they need to hit both of them.
All right.
So it's a big nerf, but it's still playable.
And the hero is still good with some combination. That Chakra Magic on the lane is just amazing. If you have the CK with his crit or Bristleback, it's still just so good.
Yeah, I think Royal Never Give Up could go for Ember Spirit here. The hero is still in the pool. I thought it's going to be highly contested, maybe even in the first phase. Since they have a Nyx Assassin, it blocks the pick for Flying Penguins, and they love to play it. Also, really good against PA, Root Mechanic, against
Pango as well.
Against Pango, they can't use any of their spells.
Very elusive as well, hard to just catch with a grip.
They only have grip.
Yeah, so I agree with you, and I love Ember Spirit right now. We discussed it before. Ember Spirit with the Sleight of Fist build right now is just ridiculously strong, and I wouldn't be surprised that.
Oh, look at that logo! He has some swords, some bullets. This is some mean-ass penguin.
That is actually a really cool logo. I mean, why did they not put that on the flag? Not that I don't like the flag, but that's like a legit logo.
They forgot.
Maybe they didn't update yet.
Yeah.
Oh, they could. All the animals in the logos is it's all the rage. Actually, no. Virtus Pro is removing their bear.
Oh man, I'm not gonna forgive them.
No.
Oh, Doom.
Doom coming out, great at auto chess. How does he do in Dota 2?
He's all right. Like this is most likely gonna be that position 3 Doom. Position 4 Nyx, I believe, and overall the hero is strong currently in the meta because he delivers with utility items. He always gets them. Like, it's very hard to stop a Doom from... Yeah, you can pick something like a Nyx or heroes that crush him in the lane, but he still goes, devours a creep. He doesn't need the gold talent. He's always going to have Vlads, Drums, whatever.
He's always going to get his farm. Doesn't matter. If he's forced out of the lane, I would say Ursa is one of the strongest laners against him. He has 0 armor. They already picked PA. Yeah, they already picked PA, so I don't think they're going to go in that direction. So already liking this Doom pick, and he just shuts down one hero completely before the fight starts. The only problem I see that Royal Never Give Up has right now is the catch. Whenever you use Doom, you need to have someone to keep them in place. Some stuns, some slows.
Nyx
Assassin is good.
Assassin stun.
Yeah.
You have
But after you use it,
Will-O-the-Wisp, I suppose. There are some things you can use, but it's not great.
yeah, I think Puck would be a great hero for them as well. And
Puck to keep. I love Puck
Pango,
against Pango. Yeah.
Puck versus Pango, like even when you play him, I've seen some teams roll him as position 4 even. Like it doesn't matter as long as you use that ulti on Pango, you make the hero's ultimate useless. So.
Yeah. I think they have
another hero that you think that's weak, but that's actually good versus Pango is Grimstroke. As long as you manage to use that Soulbind on him and one of his allies, he's just stuck.
He's not even able to roll like within the range. He's completely stuck. And that means that you're not only tying the Pango to one location, but also the one that he pairs with. Because normally, if you pair two people, they can still walk together, but not in that ultimate. That is actually great. But they can't go for Grimstroke anymore because they've already got their 2 supports, assuming it's going to be Control Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, this is my favorite position for hero.
Shaman?
Shadow Shaman. He's so strong. I can't believe that he didn't get any nerfs in the C patch. Because he provides so much split pushing, lane control. You have Hex, which makes this hero such a great mid and
damage
late
in the lane. By
yeah.
the way, let's not forget about that. I think he has what 76 damage.
He got nerfed. The Shackle got nerfed.
Shackle got nerfed. Yeah, that's true. Sorry.
Ember Spirit.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. So
they do have some catch though. You have insta hex, you have sleep, you have grip. So it's not like they can't catch this Ember. It's definitely possible.
It's not the most obvious.
And if silence procs from Pango too, so you have ways of catching that Ember. It might not be the perfect Ember game, but Ember is in such a good state right now that there's absolutely no reason not to pick him.
What makes him be in such a good state?
The new Relevation by Thompson, I think. I think he started it with a Sleight of Fist build. You're so elusive. You dish out so much damage. Early on, after the laning stage, you start rotating with either the medallion or the drums build. It doesn't even matter.
Look at that bookwork. 2 bookworks. 2.
Yeah, I don't think you should have more than 1 book.
Dude.
Like you can't keep an eye on those 2
That's
books.
what we were talking
Maybe
about.
they
like you
both
can't have
the
snaking
same.
and E. Like yeah.
They both did their homework.
Spectre last
ban.
ban. That's interesting.
Yeah.
How? Because that makes me think that Flying Penguins think that Royal Never Give Up can be super greedy with that, but how greedy can they actually be? Because they don't have the strongest early game, right? Is that...
I mean, you have Kotl, let's say, to defend you forever or something with the but it's not great, as you said. Like going for Spectre here in their draft would be mega greedy.
Yeah, their tower damage is extremely low.
Yeah.
All 4 heroes basically don't do any damage to the towers.
I actually like Flying Penguins draft a little bit better right now, but whenever you see a Doom, like it's just a game-changing hero in any part of the game. If he gets the right Doom off, he deletes 1 hero from the team fight, and you win on the back of that.
I think they could go for a Dragonite and maybe swap Ember Spirit to a side lane.
Yeah.
Since Monkey King's banned out, it's a great laner against Doom, but also blocks some of the picks. Maybe they could go switch back to something like a Chinese classic, a Death Prophet as well, but they could also get a safe laner.
I think they want that Ember mid, right? I mean, they banned out the Monkey. It's good versus the Ember and the Doom, and this is a troll. Like this troll can go anywhere, honestly. Like he can be your safe laner or mid laner. It doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have like they.
Picks
Yeah, like I like their 2 picks. The last 2 picks, Ember and Troll. They really make this draft work, in my opinion. Like Troll can't go for that greedy build, he can, while the Ember is tempo controller, so...
And Troll doesn't really need that much help on the lane, or at least not an aggressive support. Keeper of the Light is actually fine as a support with that.
He's a strong laner.
Very.
He secures the lane, doesn't have that many bad matchups. Also, Phantom Assassin, it's a great hero with Whirling Axes. I think Flying Penguins are in a really bad position. This could be a mid Pango, even though I don't think he does that great.
He's alright even versus Ember. He can work. I think maybe Troll is even better versus Pango than Ember. Let's see. Necro. Alright. This is so it is a mid Pango. It is a mid Pango. This is like some offlane snaking Necro.
Man, snaking played so much of that Necrolite, but
wait, do you kill Troll?
No.
You don't kill Troll in ulti, right? With
no, he
sight.
can't die.
Yeah.
No. Maybe unless something changed.
Well, you can do it halfway through, and then you're fine.
Yeah, but he's, yeah, I guess.
If you can let him hit for a little bit, and you use your ultimate when he's about to run out, and there's no
but
way
he's gonna
he's
heal
get
up
out.
in that.
Depends on what he has, but yeah, later on he will. But if they fight early, perhaps. So we already said that Royal Never Give Up had the upper hand, and I think that the way we talked about the draft just now kind of confirms that. So what are the key points to look out for in this game?
I think you can't let Ember go ham.
No.
Mid game. If he goes ham, if he creates enough space for Doom and Troll, they're just gonna roll over them eventually. That is a mid Pango, and if he doesn't have a good game, like what I really hate about Pango is if he struggles in lane, like it's hard for him to catch up later on. Like you get that those Greaves and Maelstrom, but it just never feels like his impact is on time if you delay him just a little bit. So for Flying Penguins, in my opinion, Pango has to do a lot in the laning stage. Same for Ember.
Real quick, Lacoste.
Yeah, I'm not convinced by this Necro last pick. I don't think he's gonna do that much. I mean, you're playing against Doom. You can just straight counter this hero, and I'm not sure that they can do that much in the laning stage.
All right, let's find out what they can do in the laning stage and what is going to happen here in the first game of the Kiev Minor. And head over to our commentary team of Fogged and ODPixel.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, this one should be a fun one. Flying Penguins going up against Royal Never Give Up. I'm ODPixel, joined here by Fog. We've just seen the drafts. The panel seeming a little doubtful on that final pick from Flying Penguins, going with the Snaking core offlane Necrophos. What do you think about this? Why was that the hero that for Flying Penguins they seem to see could have a pretty good game here?
It's a great question, Owen.
Yeah, little bamboozled as well by that.
Especially into the Nyx assassin.
Oh, there's a Nyx assassin, isn't it? Oh my goodness! That's
the biggest question mark for me in the game. It's like I understand. I think it's just about applying pressure.
Okay.
And it's like Lacoste was talking about. It's a hero that Snaking played every game. He played so much at TI, right? Even before the hero got nerfed a bunch. But he's playing it into a Nyx. It makes the game really hard to play.
Yeah,
Nyx and even Ember's
pretty
annoying.
Damn good.
Even Ember's obnoxious because you have the chains are going to be applied to you. Even if you go shard, he does a lot of mixed damage.
And I mean, as you were going to say, and I'll let you say it, there's going to be all these cooldowns.
We've got a lot of combos
that are going to be very low.
OG and both OG and Secret were the ones who've been doing this coddle, and they actually take the chakra at level 1. I don't know if Lonim's going to do it. We'll be watching. So it works really well with Troll Warlord with the axes, because you can actually just use Whirling Axes twice in lane to guarantee your last hits and throw harassment for free. And then for Ember in mid game is the crazy part. You chakra your Ember in mid game, and Slight and Chains are both pretty much up instantly because it's an 8-second cooldown on Chains, 6-second cooldown on Fist. Chakra moves, 6 seconds, right? Is it a 7? No, it's 6 seconds. So it pretty much puts them down, and you can keep spamming them. So I think the mid-game teamfight for RNG looks pretty ridiculous. So I do agree with what the panel was talking about Flying Penguins. They have to have a good laning phase there. I think mid-game is going to be disastrous.
Oh, let's see. Let's see how we do between these two big boys as Philippic, your team of the FP. Flying Penguins and Royal Never Give Up are ready to begin the game, begin the action. And, of course, for those Eternal Envy fans out there, I'm sure they'll be very happy to see Envy on his PA in his debut match on the LAN. We'll see what he can get done and see if his lineup, his draft, is strong enough to make it against what RNG seem to have, and they do seem to have that draft advantage.
Yeah, they're running looks like a starting aggro and putting the Doom up top to try to put pressure on the PA. That's going to give Snaking a much better time. If he's just in a solo lane versus the Doom, even with the Shadow Shaman helping, that could be the key to Flying Penguin's success. So I think they should pretty much move from this tri-lane pretty soon, as soon as they recognize that Envy's down here alone.
But is there not the potential to crush the PA bottom, or
I don't think they need 3 heroes to do it.
Okay.
I think they can do it with just 2. I think maybe with that, Apu might just be able to leave the lane, and then they can just leave on him. One of the 2 of them. We'll see what their priority is. But like this, Flyby is definitely going to get shut down as that Doom in the top lane. And I mean, Snaking's going to have a game. He's going to have a good one.
He's going to have that strong opener. And we'll see, what sort of stuff do you expect Snaking to be building? He goes for what, the auras, the greaves for the team and such? Or?
I'd imagine so. Yeah. This game could be one that you could say maybe an Atos, because versus the Ember Spirit.
that is rising back up into
it's just such a
popularity.
It's such a value item now that you can just buy the double crowns from the side shop. Yeah. That's what I've been seeing. It's like you get your arcane boots, you go to the side shop, you get 2 crowns, and you're like, holy crap, this guy's so tanky, 8 stats.
No, it can be very nice. Yeah, 8 Arseals, a combination of the 2, one or the other.
Trying to go for a kill down bottom.
We'll see if they can finish this one off. As the Bane in trouble, he's got a Fairy Fire. He's good to go.
Okay, so that's going to be their plan. Just completely try to shut down the PA, and Doom is still actually getting something, because they're pushing the lane into him. So he's going to be getting experience.
Oh, at bottom, Envy!
He's just dead.
Oh, he stepped forward! And what a way to start. We wouldn't have it any other way. You know, Envy's first game, he will be the first to die. No, it's the action begins, boys and girls. The fun starts.
It's a very, very threatening lane. We've talked a lot about how Nyx is becoming better and better in like these tri lanes. He doesn't have a setup for himself this time so much. He has the whirling axis, so at least that's something. But they have a lot of damage follow-up is the important thing.
Yeah, Envy's just trying to start low so he can rise to a high this game. Yeah, we'll see. What sort of build Envy favors going for on the PA nowadays. I mean, so is it the point? Do you think we'll see Battle Fury PAs, that sort of thing, or do you really want to get that Deso into BKB ASAP?
Not sure. I see
he's a farm. He loves to farm.
He likes to farm.
Yeah,
but I don't think you can go for that.
He's got the mid-4 hammer queued up after the Wraith ban. So, yeah, it looks like he's going to be active. He wants to get active. He wants to get in for the action, get the kills off.
Yeah, I think he might need a BKB early. Versus this Ember, like you're also affected by whirling axes the entire time when you're actually going for fights too. Sure. So it's a really tough game for the PA.
Pressure continuing to be massively on him as Envy's down to just the last tango.
Yeah, and they've prioritized also blocking the camp. So I've been seeing constantly Alpha is in walking over, even placed a ward to block the small camp, but they're just body blocking that hard camp, so there's no way to pull it back. Now they may leave it open for themselves so they can pull it back. We'll see which they prioritize. Yeah, they're leaving it open this time. They're guarding it very... Yeah, you can see how much they're protecting to make sure that they have that one open. Since it is getting pushed into Envy's tower, they want to make sure they can slow him down more.
I mean, is this sort of okay for Flying Penguins in the sense that sure the PA is getting crushed, but the Snaking Necrophos is having such a good lane top?
I personally think so.
That sort of trade early on is worth it to sort of give the priority to the Necro at the start?
Yeah, it's like your Necro... You know that the 3 heroes are bottom, right? So you know that your Necro and your Pango now at this point are going to have farm no matter what, because there's nobody roaming to shut them down.
Yeah.
You know that the 3 heroes are bottom, so... I think that FP's in a pretty good spot this game. Just off this lane start. This is what we wanted them to do. This is what Pano was talking about. They need to have a good laning start. They're off to it with a 9 denies on a Shadow Shaman. So that high base damage.
Oh yeah, Flea's doing it.
Yeah, we've seen it. They love this hero. Like Flying Penguins picks this first 2 in majority of their games. And he does exactly this. He just power denies.
Yeah, we see CS at the moment for RNG. Of course, down bottom, you do have the Troll farming very well against that PA lane with the double support backup that Troll has. And in the mid lane, Setsu keeping the CS pretty even with Ryoya's Pango. That's 4 minutes in, just that 1 kill so far on Envy this game. It's Envy trying to man up a bit against Lanham. It's a quick blast to the face. He has had more tangos ferried out to him.
Very tough to him to just walk up, get any CS. Now they even get more. They actually even went for the blinding light skill point there on Lanham.
Oh, I guess it's handy if the PA gets a little aggressive, but I mean, then again, and with the sort of the movement that they've made, I guess it makes sense that they've now got the 2 heroes top now in RNG. You know, as you sort of expected to maybe see a bit earlier, the Nyx Assassin's gone to the top lane, so it's just the 2 of them down here now.
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, Blinding Light is an amazing ability. Yeah. It's just that it's a 30-second cooldown, and it's a little weird because you want to have your other spells maxed early. But it's an amazing ability.
Sure,
like absolutely phenomenal.
It will save you.
Or it can like move them out of positioning, push them into your tower. There's a million things you can actually do with that skill. It's bottom. Sleep.
Oh, Ryoya comes in with the rotation. Envy's going to jump forward. We may see that point in Blinding Light coming to use here. We'll blast them away. Give Monet the chance to TP out.
Blinding Light plus Whirling Axes are going to be coming into play a lot in this game.
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
Going to be hitting.
Yeah, PA's going to have trouble hitting people. Which is why we may, as you say, see Envy get a fairly early BKB this game on the PA.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I was thinking so. He's actually queued up the Deso for now, but
then you'd imagine, yeah, after the Deso, yeah, for that BKB for sure. I mean, I'm sure we'll see the frustration of the PA many times against these 2 mischance abilities. And top, yeah, we'll see if Arfu can sort of make this a bit of a nicer place for Flyby. He's got 13 CS at the moment on the Doom. He's certainly been a slow start, but I guess he's getting something
at least
now.
4.5, honestly. Like, he's not, like, getting... It's not to the point where they have the lane pushed in near their tower and he's getting no experience. He's getting stuff. And he's able to eat the creeps constantly. I keep seeing him eating the hard camp. So that experience definitely starts that up. But now we see as the Pango makes move from that mid lane, Setsu on the Ember catches up heavily, 39-4, also gets some rune control too. And that could be a ganking rune.
Yeah, he's going to go for something down bottom. Yeah, he's got his eyes on both the PA and the Bane. Envy and Leerless going to be the target of this rotation. Pigs are going to come out.
He's under a sentry.
Yeah, they see him. They've got the ward and the sentry down. They know that he's around, so they're not going to get caught out by this movement. Well, they shouldn't get caught out by this movement. Envy's still hanging around. So to be a look out. They know that the Ember's down here.
He's going to commit.
And he will lead onto the Bane with the Nightmare. Lelis will be able to easily walk away from that one.
It's a bit awkward.
And the gank unsuccessful. Still, Setsu does sit at the top of the CS, 44 on the Ember Spirit.
But now they know he's bottom, so top lane. Afu steps up a bit too far. Ryoya's going to make the move himself.
Yeah, he's got the ult, ready to chase down Afu, but Afu actually goes for the Duke into the trees. And Ryoya, he's going to miss all of these bounces with the Rolling Thunder. Now the Shackles come through. They should still have the damage with the Swashbuckle and the Shield Crash. They get the kill, a little messier than they would have hoped for, but it's a dead Nyx Assassin at the end of the day.
I like that little spot there. That was really nice. Oh, London will get that D ward about him too, so yeah, they can just keep this pressure. The Troll is still able to free farm with only dual lane down here, so the tri lane that they started with definitely works out for them. So it's a bit of a trade. Yeah, it's extremely even between the two.
It really isn't. I mean, Envy's starting to slowly climb back in with the CS now.
Yeah.
With the levels, he's able to get in a little more. It's level 5. Picking up good XP. The stun from Afu actually going to miss, so Envy will be fine. Able to jump across towards Lelis. Setsu's going to turn for the easier kill. He'll hold back with the Searing Chains onto Lelis. They'll jump forward with the Remnants, and the Bane will be bursted down. Space will be created, though, for Envy to safely retreat and get himself away from the tri-lane.
Ember makes the move, Coddle takes the mid lane, and Doom is still farming. Flyby has phase boots already, almost level 6.
He is big. I mean, it's going to be the point where we're going to see sort of snaking and Flyby hit 6 at the same time, and then they both have kill potential.
They definitely do, and like we were talking about, we do see snaking. He's going to go for the Atos, so he's just going for tank, straight tank.
I mean, I think as you said, it's just such a great item against the Ember if you can sort of catch him off guard. And
just good against everybody now. The items just become much more valuable with two of the crowns.
Especially sort of heroes like the Nyx Assassin and Troll that have these states in which you can't really kill him or you don't want to hit them. You know, just holding down him in place when he's spiked Carapace or holding down the Troll whilst he's ulted.
Yep.
It can be very useful and, yeah, great stats. And he's going to have a good time. He's hanging around at the side. They do, of course, have the Reaper Scythe. He's got a lot of HP to get through, though, this Doom.
Snaking has to be careful, though. Just a Mango into a Doom with an Ember rotation, easy kill. They do have the ward that is scouting out the rotation, though, so you see them play a little bit more defensively. But, yeah, Flyby has an easier kill to get Snaking. But they both do have kill potential, as you were saying.
See Alfu has got eyes on Envy. Envy will be able to keep the distance, keep his clarity ticking. Still tries to get those phase boots done. He's going to head down towards the bottom lane, maybe see if he can get something going on with Envy. As Afu and Monet do push forward. Monet, he's got 10-1 charges and the ult at the ready, so it's a bit of a tricky kill.
I don't think they saw the rotation from the Pango, though.
They're going to try and jump in, but the stun's going to be there, cancelling the Rolling Thunder. They'll get another dagger out. They can look towards Monet. As I say, he has got the ult and 1 charges to rely on. TPs are coming in. They'll go for the shackle, holding him in place, but the backup's going to be there. Setsu jumps forward. Sure, the silence disarms onto the two of them, but now the ult's ready to go. As they root up Ryoya. Ryoya's trying to run. He has got the charges. Shield Crash as well, giving him some sort of resistance to stay alive. He's going to have another Swashbuckle back up in a few seconds, but they've got him as they jump forward with the Remnants. RNG will find the kill.
He played that greedy. He could have swashbuckled away. He stayed to try to keep doing damage to them there. That was, got punished, and Will-O-Wisp is down.
Is it going to be enough to save Lanham? It is. In fact, he is going to pull back Envy as well, so he'll take up a little bit of damage from the blast, and Lanham's going to be able to walk off with a regen rune as well from the river.
Yeah, I stole that regen from Setsu, but yeah, he's got bounty runes anyway there, at least for the Ember Spirit. But. And now off of that too, the rotation, we see the Doom also made the move down just in case as he saw something happening. He makes his way down bottom to put pressure on the tower and just respond in case they do make a further dive. And he's queued up in Midas. They understand. They're like, yeah, we can go late, whatever. We've got a Troll, we've got Doom, we've got Ember versus a PA.
Yeah.
Sure, Pango scales, Necro scales, but we've got Doom. We've got a dual core with the Doom.
They've got a strong draft, as we said from the start.
And their team fight is incredibly strong is the big thing.
He's going to try for the solo kill here. We'll be able to get the bounce back. Harfu does get caught out once more by the Rolling Thunder, sets up for the shield crash, and Ryoya gets the solo pick off. Mid lane, Lelis is trying for the setup. They're bringing in a TP from the Necrophos. Snaking has got the rod and the Reaper's Scythe, but still the Slide comes out as well as the Remnant. Setsu's away. Now the rod's going to be laid down. They should be able to finish if the chains won't hold them back long enough. As Envy's in with the dagger, Lelis as well with the brain sap. They do find the kill. Unfortunately not able to kill him at the immediate start underneath the Reaper's Scythe.
He bought his bots before he died too, so he didn't lose that much gold.
Flying Penguin will also be able to find space to take the tier 1 tower top. Flees in with the wards as Ryoya closes in on the gold required for that first javelin on the Pangolier. Less than a 1k difference, 3 for 3. Have 11 minutes in between these two teams. Monet still farming very well on the Troll.
I think it's really important. This is kind of an obvious one, but with Shadow Shaman in this game, they have to pretty much put pressure on these towers every time the wards are up, because their tower pushing besides him is very limited.
And we'll find the Pangolier as the Swashbuckle gets Spike Carapace, the blast comes through. They are able to catch out Rio. He's just pushing forward a little too far. Has to be careful. I believe the 6 probably only just came online for Alfu, so wasn't prepared for the Vendetta play. But will almost certainly be so next time.
Yep. And speaking of Vendetta, they have a break tool versus the PA.
Yes.
We didn't talk about that one either. This Nyx Assassin is the first to pick. Has a lot of different uses in this game versus Flying Penguins.
Yeah, he needs the Death on the BKB.
Yeah.
And how's he doing at the moment? He's still at not a great place on the farm. He had a tough lane. He did have that tri lane against him. He is going to need time to get back in. But as we've seen with the itemization of RNG, they're more than happy to give time this game because they've got a lot of heavy farmers themselves. Monet going for the Battle Fury, and Doom going for, as you mentioned, that Midas.
They've got the Ember who can be active. They're like, Setsu, you've got bots. You can be the one who's running around making ganks happen while we just let these two farm up. They're still going to make moves, but in a different way as Lana with the Willow.
Snaking does try and lead in. Setsu will be able to hit back a little bit.
Rotation from
Very
behind.
Tanky on the Necrophos. Alfu does have a stun to hold him down. Can lock him in underneath the blast. They may have a chance. They get the Doom after the Ghost Shroud, so it's going to start ticking him down pretty heftily. Ryoya's going to look to come in and help out. Because the Rolling Thunder's there. They'll go for Alfu. They're still trying their best to get the Necrophos out of there, as he may survive. No, surely not with Setsu coming in. He cannot. As Setsu jumps forward with the Remnant. Sleight of Fist to finish it off, but Flying Penguins do get 2 kills in return, as they find both the Nyx Assassin and Flyby's Doom.
We actually have both teams kind of doing mirror movements. They both are just battling 4v4 up top as a Troll with the almost Battle Fury's farming jungle, and the PA Envy is just trying to catch up in the bottom lane.
Doesn't have any creeps to jump to here, but Mono will leave him and settle for the creeps right in front of his nose.
PA does not have the same type of enhanced farming tool as a Troll just in general. And it's a Troll who's also going Battle Fury. So you've got double ways of farming just a lot faster than this PA. So the activeness from the other side of the map, Flying Penguins has to get more out of their activeness than RNG does. And here we see again, the Serpent Wards. Flea's doing a very good job at this. Both times now, immediately onto those towers to put the pressure RNG. They know they just need to respond to this. Don't let Flying Penguins get too much out of it, and it's good for them. It's good for RNG.
It does have the Rolling Thunder. He's going to look for the easier of the 2 kills, as he'll go straight towards the Nyx Assassin. Sets up Remby to jump in, get the crits off required to kill Alfu. A great play there from Ryoya. Sets up for a second with the Rolling Thunder. Being able to find Lanham as well on the backlines. Pango just rolling all over RNG, as they were a little caught out and not prepared for that one at all. Now a bit of a chase onto Monet. They won't go any further, not wanting to go in the high ground of RNG, so Flying Penguins will back off.
I love watching Pango. The hero just does... That was literally just him forcing away 4 heroes. Yeah. He literally just rolls into them. They don't have any ways of actually just physically hitting him until they have those BKBs, especially on that Troll for him to just lock him down with the roots. They've kind of just got spells to poke him for quite a while. But 15 minutes, we've got bounties. Looks like Flying Penguins will get 3 of them. RNG will only get the 1, but they've got the Battle Fury online.
It's very good
still
timing.
Super even.
Yeah, good timing from Monet. I mean, if the game continues to be sort of as passive as it has been, 7 for 5, 15 minutes in, yeah, this Troll Battle Fury is going to pay off big time. He's already at the top of the net worth. That's only going to continue unless Flying Penguins can continue to force the objectives, which is we've seen is what they've been best at so far with Flea coming in with the Shaman Wards.
They might be able to, I think maybe the next Shaman Wards could be try to sneak a Roche.
Yeah,
that sounds like a very Envy kind of thing. Get Deso, get Serpent Wards, go Roche immediately,
away
right?
From Deso,
yeah, I think that might be their best next play, so they can keep their small little advantage going. They have to just keep doing things on the map, though. They can't let these type of lull periods happen where it slows down, because then the Doom, with the Midas and Devour, will get level 15, you get the Devour bonus going. The Battle Fury starts to add up, so they have to be active.
See Lelis go for a bit of a go on the Fiend's Grip. They jump forward, it's lights out. The Royal of Atos holds him down. He's got another Remnant to get away from the shield crash, and Flyby's already in. with the Doom drop down onto the Necrophos. They shouldn't have enough damage to chase down the Necrophos though, so he'll be fine. Spike Carapace does catch out Ryoya off the back of the Swashbuckle. Stun for the Nyx Assassin. The Will-O-Wisp is down, dragging the three of them in as Ryoya gets picked off. We'll see if they can get more. Now the Doom has worn off. Snaking tries to turn. Spike Carapace will hold back the right click as that's 2 dead now on Flying Penguins. RNG, they're not done with the chase, so look for snaking. Setsu's in, Arfu again landing the stun, holding him in place through the Growth Shroud. He has got a heal, does also have the Reaper Scythe available. Another Spike Carapace can come out, but Arfu will just get ulted down by snaking as he picks up the kill. He's rolling with that tasty 50 HP regen thanks to that one as well, so RNG have to back off him.
He picked up his mech during that fight as well. As he got doomed, he actually got the mech, so extra HP regen while he is doomed. But Flying Penguins, they do overcommit a little bit anyway.
Losing a couple of their heroes there, not quite getting the tier 2 tower.
At least they got Envy that kill in the mid first, and they still have this very tanky Necrophos who can show to be that frontliner. But inside those team fights, it's still very hard. When you're playing versus a Will-O-Wisp, when you're playing versus Ember Spirit inside of them, the fight is just going to be difficult. You're not going to be able to easily set up your Fiend script. It's really all based on the Pango and what he can succeed on doing inside the fight for you.
And with this Deso done and the Diffusal being worked on by Ryoya, if they can find another fight whilst this Troll's just walking around with the Battle Fury and no sort of SMY or anything else on top of it, they have so much more killing potential than the Troll, of course, at this point in the game, and so much mobility that they can sort of play around his whirling axis.
They actually have, he has the Diffusal. He's actually at a huge power peak right here. So yeah,
this is so much damage.
Yeah, do they have the wards up there? They actually have them up in 5 seconds. I think they'll probably commit them in the pit anyway. I think you probably should when you're playing versus Coddle.
I mean, they'll probably know that there's no Will-O-Wisp for 20 seconds, so that's sort of a big worry gone. At least, you know, that's the team fight control that RNG would look towards to set up some sort of attempt around the pit. They could try and hope to get Arfu in, but sentries are down, and Ryoya, he's already going up to the high ground, keeping them back. They'll hold Lanham in place, get rid of the Coddle, so there's no chance of doing even when he's and with a Hex opening, they'll find him easily. As Flyby massively out of position, he was on his own in the river. The rest of RNG already well out of there. Monet, of course, just continuing to farm throughout all this chaos, which probably is the best thing to do, as contesting Roche was always going to be very hard for RNG around that point, as Flying Penguins will get the Roshan very easily. Aegis onto Envy.
He's back.
He is. He's climbing back up there. I mean, you can see him at the moment, sure, he's sort of at the bottom of the claws, but they have so much potential in a team fight. With this Deso and the Diffusal on Ryoya, they can very easily get kills. And one good team fight, this PA is going to be right back on top. The recovery is certainly being made by Envy this game.
Yep, big eyes on Ryoya, right? Just watching the Pangolier, just what he can
chaos.
Do. Yeah, I mean, Diffusal on this hero is just so insane. How much mana you actually burn pretty much instantly, like Ember Spirit's just out of mana if he's able to get on him. So they need to try to get themselves some type of defensive items. I think it was the Maelstrom right first. Yeah, he has the Maelstrom and he's going to go back for Lincoln's. A couple of spells he can block. But RNG, they have to watch out about like the quick pace of Flying Penguins when that happens, right? Flying Penguins, they recognize Doom was used, Will-O-Wisp was used. Long cooldown abilities. And that's when they went straight for the Roche pit. Lanem also has to be much more careful with his positioning on the Coddle. He cannot get caught down on that low ground like that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Still 1K gold lead, only 2K experience lead as well.
It's close to the numbers. I mean, as we keep saying, this game really could go 2 ways. You know, Flying Penguins could shut this down in the next 10 minutes as they just sort of steamroll over RNG in team fights. Or if RNG can keep it going, this Doom and Troll Warlord are going to be very, very fast.
Yeah. Snaking's got, I think, full Greaves coming out on the courier soon too, so on the opposing side, they don't have anything like that. The Doom is just going for the straight BKB for the teamfight prowess. So they won't be nearly as durable. And this Coddle, I mean, Lanem is just instantly dead if he gets found.
Yeah, with the smoke. They got eyes on him, and they go with the Swashbuckle. The Diffusal slow as well, setting up the Rolling Thunder. Buying time for them to come round, and with the Reaper Size drop down, that's going to be a Troll dead for 80 seconds. At the same time, Envy was also able to get the solo kill on Lanem as he just dives in with that Desolator underneath the tower.
He's kills him in like literally 2 hits.
This is the scary potential of Flying Penguins lineup. They kill heroes very effectively. Also their push, it's not bad at all. They have a Shaman. They have a Desolator on the PA. They can take towers too.
And I mean, this Pango just is so insane. If he just gets a lucky shot proc on somebody, just like, they're dead. They can't move. They're not getting away anymore.
Maybe sort of the Battle Furies and the Midases are being punished here by Flying Penguins.
They have to do this, right?
They're getting it going. They cannot allow this game to draw on, for these Battle Furies and Midases to just pay off. It's Flying Penguins. They've got the right approach. They'll take a tier 2 mid to keep the push on.
Do they have any... They're going to need some type of catch to be able to get the Coddle out of the base, because that's one thing. They still have a Coddle on RNG.
Sure,
so
Lanham's just going to sit back and hold the ult for
who's gonna
any
get
dive.
Who's going to get the blink? Is it the Pango or the Shaman? I think Shaman. Okay, yeah. Flea's the one who's queued up. He actually has the blink tag already finished, so he can be the one to try to go for those catch plays.
BKB's getting very close for the PA. MV's about 400 got away. They're going to look towards the Necrophos. They will go in with the Doom dropping down. Ryo's there on the side with the roll, but the Will-O-Wisp was already out. Lelis has to get himself out of range of it. The Necrophos will die. The best bet is to get everybody else out of here, Flying Penguins, but it looks like Leposa's going to struggle to escape. Setsu's in with the Remnants, holds him down with the chains. As this time it's Flying Penguins hanging around a little too long there around that shrine area. As it's very easy for RNG just to walk in, fly by with the BKB, just walks in, drops a Doom down onto the Necrophos, and the fight's pretty much over.
Yeah, it was right when he got the BKB, and they also saw the Shadow Shaman TP top to defend. So they were like, okay, we have number advantage, and we've got our ultis. That's when RNG's looking to fight. We've got Will-O-Wisp, we've got Doom, we can take fights. Until that is back up, maybe avoid them for a bit. Until Troll has BKB. Now Monet's got the second item.
With the SNY already.
Got the SNY. Yeah, then he can look to start actually being a fighter.
No, he's more battle ready. As Fleet just going full on for the positioning after that blink, going for the force staff as well. Just making sure that he can be in with the clutch hexes.
Or even just saving people. I think they need a force staff on their team to just get people away from the Doom.
True, yeah, if Snaking gets Doomed.
Yeah, if he gets
shoving
Doomed
him out,
fight,
getting him away.
Yep.
And then RNG's got to make a decision. Do they chase for the kill or do they have to deal with the other issues? Let's jump forward, already with a Hex. And that desert damage, Flyby getting brought down very low. Envy's able to Phantom Strike forward once more to cut down the Doom. And in fact, Ryoya, he's rolling into town, jumping in onto the high ground. Diffusal Blade slow, setting up for the Rolling Thunder. Envy has the damage. There's RNG. Lose 2 inside the base. Envy just standing on the high ground. He's looking for more. They're straight in. And the walls are going to be dropped down. The Shackles as well. Buybacks are coming out. But Monet's already dead. As Flying Penguins fly straight into the base of RNG. They'll get the kill. And they may even be able to keep going. The grip is perfect. The Swashbuckle's set up. This is dieback from the Doom. As Flying Penguins and Envy just going full balls to the wall inside the base of RNG. It may just be over. Well, it's probably not, but that... Wow, they just turned it up to 12.
They just got like slight vision for a second of the Troll,
and
they just go
there.
in. That Blink Dagger on the Shadow Shaman, no fear.
I mean, that's a huge play to make as well. Suddenly 4K lead. Dieback on the Doom. What's that? Well, yeah, dieback on Lanham's Call. You get in that kill on the Troll. And now in the mid lane, Setsu, he's got to be careful. Now Arfu. He's going to turn, he's got the Spike Carapace, Snake is going to chase him down with one more pulse. It's going to be close. Arfu's got to run his way back to the fountain with that Vendetta. He should be able to survive through that.
He's got Carapace up again, he's fine. If he wants to run it.
But now it's entirely crumbled. The mid lane's going. As Flying Penguins take the tower. They should be able to take the racks as well. Doom is still dead. He cannot turn up for this defense.
Someone shot calling.
Whoever the shot calling was. I want to say it was probably M. Or maybe Flea, because Flea went in, he saw that Troll, and he went straight for it.
I mean, they all seem to be on the same page. That's the important thing. They were very quick on the way they punished the movements from RNG. RNG, they got comfortable. They're like, oh, we just want to fight with Doom and with Will-O-Wisp. Let's go back and farm Ancients.
They just got destroyed.
And then they just get super dived.
They got entirely outplayed there, RNG. That whole sort of, as you say, aggressive calling and plays from Flying Penguins just set a game that looked to be at sort of an even pace to a point where Flying Penguins really showed their strength and said, we have all the tools to very easily kill all of your heroes at the moment. You cannot fight us at this stage of the game, even if you're in your base.
And who cares if you have a Nyx Assassin versus the Necro or a Doom versus the Necro?
We haven't seen that strength at all. No. I thought we'd see sort of the Necrophos be screwed up a lot more by this Nyx Assassin. I guess part of it is down to the fact that with the lanes, they did get that Necro, that really good lane aside. And you were saying, this is great for the Necro. He's going to get these stat items, and then suddenly these counters to him, they're not going to threaten his life.
Look, I mean, look how tanky he is. Yeah. Greaves, Atos, he's always running around on 20 wand, and even has like an extra fairy fire. So any type of extra healing that you can go, he's this crazy frontline that they don't have things to deal with, but I say that, they still have the means to team fight on RNG. They just need to have those ultis available.
Maybe that's what made the call. TeamSpeak did. They paused for TeamSpeak issues, so they're playing the game, and suddenly it starts to break up, and everyone's like, what did you say? Go in! Dive!
Get him!
No. Yeah, I think he said dive, boys. Everybody, just go!
And it worked.
And then bam! The breakdown in communication was all that the NA boys needed to just dominate. Maybe they should just disconnect from TeamSpeak entirely and just shout at each other. Because it's working. As now Flying Penguins take another tier 2 tower.
And they've got vision advantage too. There is everything available now for RNG. And okay, Monet still doesn't have BKB, but they've got their ults. So they're strong right now. Doom and Will-O-Wisp are up, so they're definitely looking for a fight. Especially if they see any of Flying Penguins split up. Full
MKB, right? On the old Pangolier.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's where did these items just come from? MKB Basher on top of the diffuser. One swashbuckle, that hurts. Especially if they've already got the Deso hit on them from Ender. It's going to shred some heroes. You could probably see like the Cottle go down from 100 to 0 if he gets hit by the Deso and then by the swashbuckle.
Yeah, if he gets enough procs.
Yeah. And Monet just furiously trying to get that BKB done. He can't turn up to the fights. There's so much catching him out.
They also don't have the best wave initiation on the side of RNG. I now see them going back for the Blink Dagger on Flypipe. He needs it desperately, but right now their wave initiation is walking in with the Nyx Assassin. Well, for Flying Penguins, they don't have great waves of initiation either, but they've got a Necrophos with 2,000 HP.
I mean, and at this point as well, are you still looking to jump in and doom the Necro? Is that still your best form of initiation?
You have to get this Pango. This Pango
you go for the Pango, yeah.
Well, now it's getting to the point where like everybody's a problem because the PA is big too. So I think the Pango just provides too much control in the fight. That's the thing. It's like, sure, snaking, he's tanky. Sure, he's going to heal them a lot, but this Pango is really everything for Flying Penguins. Ooh, I have a weird echo.
I believe that is because it's when we had the dual observers. We hear the
really
double
cool
sound. It sounded sort of like those old school games and like, you know, the space sort of RTS strategy games where you have those like robotic ladies telling you that the aliens are killing you. Anyway, bash it done for Envy. No, you never played that. You never played that Doom game. I remember that was like the first sort of real-time strategy I played. You know, with like the tanks and like the sand monsters. And like the big worms that come out from the sand.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably a game that nobody played. It was like a really random one. I just remember my gran had the disc for it in her PC. It's great. 7k lead now for Flying Penguins.
They've got full map control. Ember is trying his best.
He's trying his best to get this bottom lane pushed out. I mean, they haven't got the tier 1 tower down on the bottom lane yet, Flying Penguins. So they you know, Megas are off the menu for quite some time.
They want to play around their vision.
Oh, they've got sentries here, and that's that vision.
Play around vision, wait for Roche. They know Roche is going to be back up soon. Play with an Aegis. That's your plan as Flying Penguins. So you can just play with a number advantage. Because if you're playing with Aegis Cheese, then the Doom isn't so threatening. Then you actually have something to kind of counteract it. They're actually going to smoke though and try to pick a fight. I think their ward actually caught vision for a second over here.
They've got numbers advantage. They are going to, they're going to see snaking and flick. RNG will back away.
They had an obs ward there that got taken out, so they wanted to try to make a quick move. Now they're probably going to go scout Roche though as they control the area.
Dire are scanning.
That should be another easy Roshan for them if they want it. It's going to be scanned, yeah. So RNG, I mean, can they do anything about this?
With BKB, the troll can look to go in.
Sure, you can just run in, BKB, pop the ult, hope for the best.
If they make it there in time. Let's see if
Envy,
they will.
Envy wasn't in the pit when they started, so it's now he's joined them.
They might be able to make it in time. They've got
if these crits come through.
The BKB's coming on the courier.
Oh, he's not going to have it actually when there. He's not going to have the BKB on him soon enough then. Surely not. They're poking. Flyby straight in. Oh, he's going for the Doom. Straight away when the BKB's come out, they're going to look to turn and punch him. He popped the Doom down onto the PA. Envy doesn't seem to mind. He's just going to continue to hit that Roshan. Setsu jumps in, but Roshan and the Aegis are taken by Flying Penguins. The cheese being attempted at being picked up as well. Setsu will die to the Reaper's side. He's down for 100, but he'll buy back immediately. Envy jumps across. They'll turn with the stun. He has, of course, still got the Aegis. Blee with the shackle control on Simona. He did get the pull off in time, so they can't quite kill him yet, but they'll be able to kill him now as the ult wears off. Snaking up to the high ground, forcing the two of them back. He's got eyes on Lanham, just fall from Envy. They have the damage. GG is called. Flying Penguins taking game 1 of this series, and they didn't look too bad at all. That was some hot shot calling from Flying Penguins. They played it patient at the start. They got the lane setups that they wanted, and then bam, the game just opened up for them 25 minutes in, and we said they want to finish 10 minutes on for 20 minutes. Look where we are, 30-minute victory. This is all going to plan for Flying Penguins.
Absolutely. I guess like RNG just really didn't want to put their troll in the top lane versus the Necro. They didn't want to put pressure, and it gave Flying Penguins just such a good start. we had some little like mid-game like kind of team fights that went a little when the RNG did have like the Doom and the Coddle ulti up that went their favor, but Flying Penguins just made excellent calls and made fast moves. They played around those ultis. They were like, oh, Doom was used, Will-O-Wisp was used, take a tower. Oh, it was used again, go Roche. They seemed to just play at a faster pace and with more, like, just more prowess of what was going on in the game. RNG seemed to be a little bit more lost.
Yeah, they did. They just never got the sort of the team fight that they hoped for. They were building towards something that just never came. They tried to go for the late game, but maybe in this sort of meta, you know, where games are finishing on average around that 30-minute mark or so, we're starting to see, especially sort of the Battle Fury fall out of favor, I feel like, for a lot of heroes. Even for heroes like Troll, it's hard to get the game in that state. And I feel maybe that game as well, you look towards the heroes like the Nyx Assassin and the Ember, and maybe you say, well, maybe they didn't make enough space. Maybe they didn't do enough to buy time.
Yeah, I mean, the Pango pretty much just did so much work inside the fight. He literally just was rolling into people alone.
It was a great, and that was something you say we've not seen from Flying Penguins before.
Right? I was looking at their previous games, they did not play it.
So that's something, teams absolutely have to look towards that. They'll pick it in the opening too. And Ryoya will absolutely trash you with it, as he had a beautiful game there.
He did.
And I can't wait to see more from these two teams. See if RNG can step it up, or see if Flying Penguins, again, can continue to show these very impressive shot calling and play. As we'll head over to a brief break and then back to the panel for some post-game.